What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the 2025 Honda Odyssey Elite. This one is finished in platinum white. MSRP is $52,700. Is the Honda Odyssey the best minivan out there with what it offers? This one's pretty much as high as you can go with the Honda Odyssey. So let's pop the hood and see what this is going to be powered by, and then we'll get into all the super unique configurations that a minivan like this is going to offer. So finding the hood latch, this is actually still pretty old school with a naturally aspirated V6. This is a 3.5 liter with 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, has a 10-speed automatic transmission, and it is front-wheel drive. On top of that, it has a 19.5 gallon fuel tank, and you're expecting 19 in the city and then 28 out on the highway. For the styling, you got a nice set of LED headlights, cool daytime running light down below, and then this gloss black trim all throughout the front. Upper grille has some openings, safety sensor in the Honda badge. This scoop right here kind of reminds me of a Durango Hellcat, so maybe you got a little bit of muscle on the Odyssey with that scoop, which is pretty neat. On the far side, you got your fog lights down below. You can also see the turn signals, forward-facing parking sensors, more openings down below as well. It's got some nice style to it overall for a minivan, so it's got some angles and nice sharp design for that front bumper. Got some sharp bold lines throughout the hood that even cut their way into the A-pillar. And then at the side profile, you got a nice set of dual tone wheels. They are 19s. I like the color and style. Some sharp body lines all throughout the side, body colored on the lower. You can see some contours all throughout the doors and everything. And then we have body colored door handles as well as mirror caps. You have some chrome trim along with black trim covering everything else. Small sunroof up above. And I like how the windows dip downwards a little bit, and this chrome belt line kind of cuts around to the back. The roof also has a floating appearance with this back section, which is a pretty neat touch. And then for the side profile, pretty much what you'd expect. All minivans kind of look the same from the side, just a big van overall. Moving on to the rear, you do have that sharp line that cuts downwards under the taillight. And then we just have some halogen bulbs on these taillights with a black bar connecting them with the Honda logo. Got more parking sensors all down below with some contours in the bumper. You can see all of your logos, nice integrated spoiler. Not bad. I mean, it's got a sporty touch to it for sure. So not a bad looking family van. From here, we do have a button that you can press. You can also just wave your foot or of course use your button on the key fob, and we have that power tailgate. Now with the third row up, you have ample amount of storage space all underneath the floor here. There is a lot of space, super deep, as you can tell. You got a cubby on this right side, two cubbies over on the left side, and then lots of different configurations. So you can pull this and check out the recline, and with that all the way down, you can easily fold the seats. So really easy to get them out of the way from back here. And then if you want to fold them all the way, you can pull this up, lock them into place, and then pull it again. And depending on how far you pull it, it will just automatically fold flat into the floor. So basically you gotta lock it up first, and then unlock it again, and then you can easily get these in. If you pull it really fast, they will automatically fold in, but nonetheless, you got a lot of space. And then to pull them back up, you just grab it by the handle here, and you can get them back into their position. So not a bad configuration. Honestly, really easy to do, all from sitting back here. The second row seats, you have to manually do it from up there. From here, we can close that, and then to open the doors, you can either grab them by the handle itself, press the button here, and then as they open up, you're gonna get a lot of configurations for the second row seat. As you can tell, this middle seat is folded down now. You have a nice armrest as well as some cup holders. And then if I pull this strap, we can pull this back up. So you do have a third seat here, which is a cool feature. Now, on top of that, you have a strap up here you can pull and actually remove this whole middle seat. So this completely can come out if needed, and you're gonna have captain's chairs. From there, you have a lever right here you can pull, and this seat will go left and right. So with, of course, the middle seat out, you can kind of maneuver these. If you want to have this seat towards the center, you have a nice walkway in and out. So that is a really cool touch if you need the extra person or if you want extra space getting into the back. We also have this icon right here, and this seat you can actually remove. So pretty cool to see that. You can take the seats out of this, honestly use this as a utility vehicle. So really nice there. You also have the recline lever. You can also slide it forwards and back using that. And then this one right here, we'll just fold this nice and flat. So you have no shortages of different ways to maneuver these seats. That is really neat to see. Now from here, you can close the doors, by pressing that button right there, or you have a handle you can just pull and it'll do the same thing. From here, as it closes, we can take a look at the door panel. You're gonna get a manual sunshade, lock and unlock, window control. You have an air vent as well. You can see grab handles and dome lights. We have a camera system up here as well, and a massive infotainment screen. So really nice. You can have some entertainment up there as well. All the same controls on the right side, and then a good look at these seats. You're gonna get armrests on the inside as well as the outside of the seats. So really good way to separate your 3 kids in the middle maybe, but gives you some extra comfort. There are cup holders here. You have your plugs, extra storage, and you can slide the seat forwards and back. Now at 5'11", when I play with the recline lever and pull this all the way back, this is honestly a pretty good place to be. My legs have good leg room. I will say my one complaint, the seat feels kind of short, so this much of my leg is not really supported. Obviously kids are primarily going to be sitting back here. I wouldn't mind just a little bit more leg space to give me some more support, but overall it's not bad. You know, it's a family car. Your kids are going to be great back here with 0 complaints whatsoever. So pretty nice and easy to operate everything. You definitely have a lot of good space. And then now moving on to the 3rd row seat, there's a lot of nice amenities in here. We do get the dome lights, we have hooks up here as well, and you get a nice USB port, even with a volume controller. So you can plug in your headset to listen to what's on the screen. There's even a set of sunshades in the back, which is a great touch. We have extra air vents back here, cup holders as well, that stitching design on all the molded plastic. And then the other side, you're gonna get the 2 USB ports as well. And then you can pull this strap up here and really push down the seat for reclining. Wow, I could literally sleep back here. This is not bad at all. There's still pretty good legroom and footroom. If I pull the seat back to where it was, I mean, this is absolutely perfectly fine. This is better than some second rows. And then as we make our way to the front, of course you can close this door however suits you. And then we can just pop open this, check out the front seat. So you're gonna get all this black material, this soft touch leather material, gloss stripe, a release handle with memory seating, all those controls, and then a ton of storage all throughout. You're also gonna get power controls on the seat, and then some nice materials with the smooth leather, great piping and stitching, perforated leather all throughout it. And there's even adjustable armrests for these seats, which is really cool. You can kind of move them in a few different spots as well. From here, if I climb inside, foot on the brake, let's fire it up. So you got your Honda badge in the center, Bluetooth and audio controls on the left with a control button for the screen. You have cruise control settings, you also have lane keeping, steering intervention, heated steering wheel, paddle shifters, stalks on the right and left side as well. And then for the center screen, basically like every modern Honda. So really easy to see everything, maintenance, tire pressure, just all the basics. So super simple. We have controls on the left side to automatically open and close the rear doors, tailgate release, parking sensors, this cool gray trim, and then some faux stitching on this molded rubber soft touch material. So not a bad look, gives it a little bit of a classier design. You get more of that gray color. The infotainment screen is basically what you're used to in all the Hondas. We have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can also see a few more systems that'll pop up. And then over here we have the cabin watch. So you can see what's going on behind with that. And we have cabin talk as well. You may or may not hear it, but I can hear myself talking through the speakers that are back there. So a great way to yell at the kids if they need to be talked to. You also got different shortcuts down below. Reverse right here, a few different designs for the view. You have parking sensors as well. Back into park. We have all of your climate controls down below. With the rear, you're able to sync the rear to the front. Pretty nice and easy, different zones, heated and ventilated seating. We have auto start stop. We have a snow mode, normal mode, as well as your eco mode as well. So nice floating design right there with a little bit of gloss trim. Then we have a few different extra plugs down below. Opening this is great for a phone or wallet or keys, something simple. Closing that up, we have extra hidden storage space down below. We can also pull this console out for more of that. We have 2 cup holders, a wireless phone charging pad, extra storage here with the rear cup holders, and then we have even more hidden space, and you can pull this floor up for even more space. So certainly no shortage of space. Not a bad looking interior either. Pretty good use of materials. Small sunroof up above. We have a sunglass holder, a rear mirror, and then we have garage door buttons on the rear view mirror. So setting off now in the Honda Odyssey. We're just in the normal drive mode. When you're in the Econ icon, that definitely makes it a little bit more sluggish, not quite as responsive in the slower speed. So giving it half throttle, nothing is happening. So personally, that's only if you're really hyper mileaging. We'll just stick with normal drive mode. It drives pretty good. I mean, it's a V6 with a 10-speed, so very normal powertrain, which I think a lot of people are going to be very happy about. Obviously, a lot of other minivans might have a CVT or a hybrid or a 4-cylinder or something. This is really simple, old school, just kind of a normal powertrain. As we get up to speed, it seems pretty quick as well for what it is. Front-wheel drive doesn't seem to spin the tires, but even going to 4,000 RPM, I mean, you get up to speed nicely. So if you are looking for just a nice peppy minivan to be able to get up to speed with no issues, you're not going to have the issues with the V6 and the 10-speed in this car. As far as the comfort aspects, this actually drives really nice. I noticed also my voice is not echoing. I've been in other minivans where it kind of echoes on the interior and it feels like a tin can. This seems really solid. Ride quality is pretty good. You do feel some bumps, but overall I'd say it's a pretty smooth riding experience. These front seats are great. Now obviously the rear seats seemed a little short for my legs, but grown-ups aren't going to be back there. This is where the grown-ups are going to be driving, and these seat bases are really nice, cradling my legs. I feel really supported. I have a good armrest too. So honestly, this is a really good driving position. You have a good view around too. I mean, the second headrests kind of hinder a little bit, but nonetheless, you have so much glass in here, I don't think you're going to have an issue with it at all. Tons of storage solutions to make it easy. Armrest on the left side is great, and this is actually kind of on the low side, so the glass just feels like it's endless. Really good amount of glass in here, and just a comfortable place to be. You feel up high enough to see over other traffic, but not too high to feel like you're in like a jumbo SUV or something. And if we just quickly get into some traffic once again, not bad. Now you don't see any of the hood or anything, so basically the edge of the dashboard is the farthest you can see of this vehicle, but you feel like it's easy to point. I'm not having any issues placing the car, just kind of maneuvering it, things like that. It seems really easy overall to drive. Steering feel is pretty normal. It's light, I would say. There's not really much feedback to it, but again, this is not a performance car, you know, but I feel like it drives nice enough to just feel nice. It doesn't feel just like a big bus that you hate driving. It feels like something that you can enjoy driving, enjoy spending some time in here, and with all the different practicality aspects of it, the configurations, I mean, this would be a really good family car and a minivan you can actually enjoy driving, be in comfort, have your technology, got your Apple CarPlay going, and it's pretty nice. All the other stuff works pretty good. The cabin watch, really easy to see, you know, as you're driving. It's not too distracting. And then of course the cabin talk seems to work pretty well too. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but when I'm talking I can totally hear it. But it seems like this has a lot of cool options for the family, and yet it drives pretty nice.